born in captivity, raised in war. They thought exile would make me weak. They were wrong.
Prince of Ayutthaya, blood of a kingdom taken from home but never forgotten. They put chains around the royal blood, thought distance could erase where I'm from. I learned their language, I learned their weapons, I studied their armies, I studied their methods. Every day away made the vision sharper. Every year in exile made the warrior harder. I wasn't waiting to be rescued, I was preparing to return. A kingdom behind me, an enemy around me, a future that nobody could see. They thought I was just a prince, a hostage, a pawn, a name without power but pressure creates weapons, and captivity creates patience.
No crown, no throne, still I know my name. No army, no home, still I carry the flame.
Prince of Ayutthaya, rise. Let the whole kingdom hear the name. Prince of Ayutthaya, fight. I came back through the flame. No chain, no fear, no master, no king. One blood, one will, one destiny.
Ayutthaya lives in me.
I watched the enemy from the inside, learned how they moved, learned how they planned. Every weakness went into memory, every soldier became another lesson. I didn't need to swing a sword, I needed to understand the war. That's the difference between a fighter and a commander. A fighter sees the enemy, a commander sees the battlefield. I learned patience, I learned pressure, I learned when to wait, I learned when to strike. Then came the moment they never expected. The prince was coming home, not begging, not running, not asking for permission. I returned with a purpose, my kingdom was waiting. And the man who left as a prisoner was coming back as a warrior.
Crown, no throne, still I know my name. No army, no home, still I carry the flame.
Prince of Ayutthaya, rise. Let the whole kingdom hear the name. Prince of Ayutthaya, fight. I came back through the flame. No chain, no fear, no master, no king. One blood, one will, one destiny.
Ayutthaya lives in me. They thought exile was punishment, it became education. They thought captivity was weakness, it became preparation. They thought taking the prince would control the kingdom. Instead, they created the man who would challenge them. That's the lesson, pressure doesn't always break a man. Sometimes it reveals him, sometimes the case teaches you how to fight. Outside it I didn't return to live quietly, I returned because my people needed a leader, because my kingdom needed freedom, because a crown means nothing if you can't protect the land beneath it. So remember the name, not as a prisoner, not as a prince waiting for rescue. Remember it as the beginning of a warrior king. Taken away, sent away, never broken, never erased. From prisoner to warrior,
from prince to king. Prince of Ayutthaya, Prince of Ayutthaya, rise. Prince of Ayutthaya, fight. I came back to change the game. No chain, no fear, no master, no king. One blood, one will, one destiny. Prince of Ayutthaya, move. Let the old walls shake. Prince of Ayutthaya, live. The prisoner became the king.
they took the prince. They thought they had one. They didn't know they were raising their future enemy, Naresuan. They took the prince. They thought they took the kingdom. But war was already waiting.
pressure. Royal blood, but the warrior's temper. I learned young that power isn't given. You protect your people or you lose your kingdom. They wanted me quiet, they wanted me weak. Wanted a prince who would never speak, but every year made my mind sharper. Every battle lesson made the pressure harder. I studied the enemy, I studied the field. Learn when to strike, learn when to yield. Because war isn't rage, war is control. You don't win battles if you can't control your soul. I carried Ayutthaya inside my chest. Every mile away become another test. They thought I was trapped, they thought I was finished, but a warrior grows when nobody is listening.
No fear, no chains, no turning back. The prince is ready for war.
Born for war. Rise, 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 rise. Let the battlefield hear my name. Born for war. Fight, 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 fight. I was forged inside the flame.
No fear, no chain, no master, no throne. One blood, one will, one warrior standing alone.
I learned their weapons, I learned their tactics. Watched their commanders, studied their habits. Every weakness stored in my mind, every mistake left behind. You don't defeat a stronger enemy by charging blind. You break their rhythm, you control their time, and you make them believe they have the advantage. Then turn the field into a disadvantage. That's warfare, that's patience. That's what separates a warrior from a king. A king can wear a crown of gold, but if he can't protect his people, the crown means nothing. So I trained, I waited, I watched, I learned the fire inside.
Never burn out, it burned deeper. And when the moment came, I wasn't a prisoner. They remembered I was the man they should have feared. No fear, no chains, no turning back. The prince is ready for war.
Born for war. Rise, 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 rise.
Let the battlefield hear my name.
Born for war. Fight, 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 fight.
I was forged inside the flame. No fear, no chain, no master, no throne. One blood, one will, one warrior standing alone. War doesn't create a warrior overnight. It reveals what's already inside. Some men break when pressure arrives. Some men disappear and fear comes alive. But I learned to stand in the fire, to breathe when the world gets tired, to think when everyone panics, to move and everyone freezes.
That's why I don't fear the battlefield, because the battlefield doesn't create me, it proves me. Every enemy will bring a lesson, every victory will bring another test. Every loss will make the next move more precise. And when the drums start pounding, when the horses start charging, when the enemy starts closing,
I already know where I'm going forward. For Ayutthaya, for the people, for the kingdom, for the name Naresuan. Born under pressure, forged in silence, raised by war, built for violence, not for glory, not for gold, for a kingdom worth protecting.
born for war. Rise, 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 rise. Let the whole world know my name. Born for war. Fight, 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 fight. Let the enemy feel the flame.
No fear, no chain, no master, no throne. One blood, one will, one warrior standing alone.
Boo, 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 boo. Let the battlefield shake. Boo, boo. Live, live.
The prince is ready to take his kingdom back. They thought they were raising the prisoner. They were wrong. They were raising a warrior king, Naresuan. The drums are coming. The ground is shaking. You hear the elephants before you see the army. Elephant warrior, king on the front line. Royal blood, but I ride where the steel flies. No palace, no comfort, no distance from the battle. When the army moves, I move with the battle. Heavy steps, dust rising, war drums cutting through the silence. Enemy lines start breaking before the first blade even touches armor. They see the elephant, they see the king. They know this isn't a messenger, this is war coming straight at them. I don't hide behind the royal banner, I carry it into the danger. Because a king who sends men to die from a safe distance doesn't deserve their loyalty. So I ride forward, I eyes cold, mind focused, spear ready, no hesitation. Hear the drums, feel the ground. Elephant step, shake the ground. Elephant warrior, elephant warrior. Ride, ride, ride. Let the battlefield hear the sound. Elephant warrior, charge, charge, charge. Bring the enemy to the ground. No fear, no retreat, no weakness, no surrender. One king, one beast, one army, one thunder. One thunder. They thought the elephant was just a weapon. They didn't understand the symbolism. The king was on the battlefield, the soldiers could see him. That changes everything. Morale rises when the king advances. Fear spreads when the enemy sees him. Leadership is in the speech, his presence you stand with. The danger is in your people stand with you. That's how armies become stronger, not through fear, through belief, through belief. So when the enemy starts closing in, I don't move back, I move forward. The elephant moves, the army follows. The drums get louder, the battlefield gets darker. Steel meets steel, dust fills the air, and somewhere inside the chaos, a kingdom is fighting for its right to exist. Hear the drums, feel the ground. Elephant step, shake the ground. Elephant warrior, ride, ride, ride. Let the battlefield hear the sound. Elephant warrior, charge, charge, charge. Bring the enemy to the ground. No fear, no retreat, no weakness, no surrender. One king, one beast, one army, one thunder. One thunder. But war isn't a legend, it's blood, it's exhaustion, it's fear, it's man trying to survive. The elephant can charge, the king can lead, the army can fight, but victory still demands discipline. One mistake can destroy everything. One broken formation, one commander losing control. One soldier running too early, that's why I keep the mind cold. While the battlefield runs around me, the louder the war becomes, the quieter my thinking gets. I watch the enemy, I read the movement, I wait for the opening, then charge. Not blind, not reckless, calculated, because the beast has power, but the warrior needs control. That's the difference between destruction and victory. Drums, steel, blood, the ground shakes, the king rides, the army follows. Elephant warrior, ride, ride, ride. Let the whole kingdom hear the sound. Elephant warrior, charge, charge, charge. Let the enemy feel the ground. No fear, no retreat, no weakness, no surrender. One king, one beast, one army, one thunder. Elephant warrior, rise, rise, rise. Let the battlefield shake tonight. Elephant warrior, live, 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 live. Naresuan leads the fight. You hear the drums, you feel the ground. Then you see the elephant in behind. The king, Naresuan. Elephant warrior. Elephant warrior. They took my freedom. They took my throne. They thought they took my future. They were wrong. Chains on my wrist, but fire on my chest. Prince in captivity, still thinking what's next. They wanted obedience, they wanted control, but you can't change what you can't own. Every day in exile, I sharpened the mind. Every lesson from the enemy became mine. I watched, I listened, I learned their ways. Turned every weakness into another blade. They thought captivity would make me submit instead. It taught me how power really works. A kingdom isn't held by walls alone. It's held by people who refuse to bow. So when the moment came, I didn't hesitate. I broke from the chains and walked toward my fate. Break the chains, cut them loose. No more master, no more rules. Break the chains, break, break, break. Let the whole world hear the sound. Rise, break the chains. Rise, 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 rise. The prisoner is breaking out. No fear, no master, no cage, no throne. One blood, one will, one warrior coming home. I cross
the border with nothing but purpose, no guarantee that freedom would survive. The enemy was stronger, their army was bigger, but I had something they couldn't measure. A people who wanted independence, a kingdom that wanted to breathe, a prince who refused to stay on his knees. That's when I understood. Freedom isn't given, freedom is taken by people willing to pay the price. So I raised a banner, called the warriors, looked toward the enemy and made the decision. No more tribute, no more submission, no more living under another king's command. Ayutthaya will stand alone, even if the price was blood.
Break the chains, cut them loose. No more master, no more rules.
Break the chain, break, break, break. Let the whole world hear the sound.
Break the chains.
Rise, 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 rise. The prisoner is breaking out.
No fear, no master, no cage, no throne. One blood, one will, one warrior coming home.
Freedom sounds good until you have to defend it. Everybody loves the word independence until the enemy comes through the gates, until the farms burn, until the soldiers fall, until you realize freedom has a cost. That's why I don't make promises I can't defend. If Ayutthaya wants to stand, then I'll stand with it. If the enemy wants another war, then bring it. I don't need to hate them, I don't need to scream. I just need to understand what's at stake. A kingdom of people, a future, and a name that cannot surrender.
So let the drums start pounding, let the horses start moving. Let the enemy see the banner. We're not coming to negotiate, we're coming to remain free. Chains break, kings fall, empires rise, empires die. But freedom needs someone willing to fight.
Break the chain,
Break the chains.
ride, 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 ride. Let the battlefield hear the sound. Break the chain, fight, fight, fight. Ayutthaya will not bow down.
No fear, no master, no cage, no throne. One blood, one will, one warrior coming home.
Break the chain, ride, 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 ride.
Let the old world hear the name.
Break the chain, live, 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 live.
Naresuan
Broke the chains.
They took the prince, they gave him chains. He returned with an army, and this time he wasn't asking for freedom, he was taking it. No more tribute, no more chains, no more living under another king. This is the moment. I stood before them with the kingdom behind me. Ayutthaya watching every soldier beside me. They wanted silence, they wanted submission, they wanted a prince who would follow their orders. But I came back with a different vision. Not a hostage, not a pawn, not a servant, waiting for permission. I looked at the enemy, I looked at my people, then I raised my voice and made a decision. This land is ours, this blood is ours. This future will not belong to another crown. No more tribute, no more fear, no more waiting for another king's commands. Hear the drums, raise the flag. The time to bow is gone.
The declaration stand, stand, stand.
Ayutthaya will not kneel.
The declaration fight, 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 fight.
This freedom is real. No chain, no master, no foreign throne. One land, one people, one kingdom. Our own, our own. I know what comes next, war. I know what it costs, blood. I know what we risk, everything but freedom. Without the strength to defend it, it's just another word. So I don't promise an easy victory. I promise that we stand out on promise. Nobody will fall, I promise the sacrifice will mean something. Every soldier who follows this banner knows exactly what we're facing. An enemy with numbers, with weapons, with power. But numbers don't decide everything. Discipline matters, courage matters, leadership matters, and the will to keep standing. When the first line breaks, that's what I learned in captivity. That's what I bring back to Ayutthaya. Hear the drums, raise the flag. The time to bow is gone.
The declaration stand, stand, stand.
Ayutthaya will not kneel.
The declaration fight, 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 fight.
This freedom is real. throne, one land, one people, one kingdom, our own, our own. A declaration means nothing if nobody stands behind it. Words are easy, war is not, that's why I step forward first. Let them see the king before they see the army. Let them know I'm not sending soldiers where I won't go. If the enemy comes, I'll meet them. If the battlefield opens, I'll enter it. If the kingdom falls, I'll fall with it. But I don't believe we're gonna fall, because I have seen what fear does, and I've seen what courage does. Fear makes men protect themselves, courage makes men protect each other. That's how kingdoms survive, not because they are invincible, because they refuse to disappear. One voice, one banner, one decision, one kingdom. No more chains, no more submission. This is our declaration. Declaration, stand, stand. Let the whole world hear the sound. One declaration, fight, fight, fight. Ayutthaya will not bow down. No chain, no master, no foreign throne. One land, one people, one kingdom, our own. The declaration. Rise, rise, rise. Let the battlefield know the name. The declaration. Lies, lies. Naresuan lit the flame. They wanted obedience, we chose independence. They wanted a servant, they created a King Naresuan. The declaration was made. Now comes the price. No more words. No more waiting. War! I raised the banner, the drum started beating. Ayutthaya behind me, the enemy advancing. No more prisoner, no more prince, now I'm standing where the battlefield begins. I know their numbers, I know the weapons, I know the weight of the war we're entering. What I don't measure victory by numbers alone, I measure it by who refuses to go home. The first line moves, the elephant's thunder, steel starts crashing, the whole field shudders. I don't stay back, I move with the soldiers, a king on the front line, that's what they remember. You want loyalty? Show them courage. You want an army? Give them purpose. You want a kingdom? Then stand where the danger is greatest. That's leadership, not a crown, not a palace, not a speech. Presence. Drums get louder, the ground starts shaking. The king is entering the war. King of the battlefield, rise, 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 rise. Let the enemy know my name. King of the battlefield, fight, 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 fight. I was forged inside the flame. No fear, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one army, one thunder, one banner, one banner. One banner. I see the enemy across the field, thousands of soldiers waiting to break our will. They believe the numbers decided, they believe we will fold under pressure. But I've lived under pressure, I've learned how to breathe inside it. I watched enemies turn strength into weakness. I watched commanders lose control when the battlefield stop following the plan. So I stay calm even when the arrows fly, even when the horses charge, even when men cry the louder. The battlefield becomes the colder. My thinking gets, I don't fight to satisfy anger, I fight to win the war. Every movement has a reason, every charge has a target, every retreat can be a weapon, every silence can become an attack. That's why I don't need rage, I need control. The ground starts shaking, the king is entering the war. King of the battlefield, rise, 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 rise. Let the enemy know my name. Lead of the battlefield, fight, 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 fight. I was forged inside the flame. No fear, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one army, one thunder, one banner, one banner. One banner. A battlefield is where legends get tested, not created. Anybody can call himself a warrior, anybody can wear a crown. But when the first line breaks, when the soldiers start running, when everything stops going according to plan, that's when you find out who the leader is. I don't ask my soldiers to do what I won't do. I don't send them into fire from behind the wall. I stand with them, I bleed with them, I fight with them, because a kingdom isn't protected by stone, it's protected
respected by people, and people will follow a leader who stands beside them. That's why when I raise the sword, the army moves. When I charge, they follow. When I stand, they stand. When I refuse to retreat, they refuse to. That's how a kingdom survives. One king, one banner, one battlefield, one decision, stand or disappear. Hey, king of the battlefield, rise, 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 rise. Let the whole world know the name. King of the battlefield, fight, 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 fight. Let the enemy feel the flame. No fear, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one army, one thunder, one banner, one banner, one banner, one banner, one banner, one banner, one banner. King of the battlefield, move, 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 move. Let the war drums shake the ground. King of the battlefield, live, live, live. NAresuan leads the charge. The declaration was only the beginning. Now the king enters the battlefield. Across the border, the enemy is waiting. No more speeches, no more warnings. This is war! Blood of Burma, fire on the border. Ayutthaya stands and the enemy comes closer. They bring the numbers, they bring the armor. They bring an army built across our borders. I bring soldiers who know what they're fighting for. Not conquest, not empty glory. A kingdom that refuses to disappear. I hear the drums, I see the banners. The elephants move, the battlefield darkens. This isn't the story, this isn't the legend. This is men standing against an army. I look across and I don't see fear. I see the enemy, I see the target, I see the future. We have to protect, so raise the weapons. Lock the formation when the first line hits. Don't break. Blood in the dust, fire in the sky. Ayutthaya will survive. Blood of Burma, fight, 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 fight. Let the battlefield hear the sound. Blood of Burma, right, 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 right. We will never back down. No fear, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one army, one banner, one thunder. They think their numbers are enough. They think our kingdom will fall, but numbers don't understand what desperation can create when the people fight for their home. They become harder than soldiers fighting for orders. I know their tactics, I know their discipline. I studied them long before they stood before me. That's why I don't underestimate them. I respect the threat and I respect what victory requires. A reckless charge, no blind rage. We break their rhythm, we control the field. We choose the moment and we hit hard. The elephants thunder, the soldiers follow. Steel cuts through dust, the lines collide. And suddenly the battlefield becomes chaos. That's when leadership matters most. Blood in the dust, fire in the sky. Ayutthaya will survive. Blood of Burma, fight, 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 fight. Let the battlefield hear the sound. Blood of Burma, right, 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 right. We will never back down. No fear, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one army, one banner, one thunder. I don't hate the enemy, I understand them. They're fighting for their own kingdom, their own king, their own survival. That's why this war is dangerous. Both sides believe the right, both sides have something to lose. So I don't fight with hatred, I fight with clarity. Because when emotion controls the battlefield controls you. I learned that before I became king. Pressure taught me, it's all taught me, war taught me. Now I teach my soldiers, stay calm, hold the line, watch the enemy, wait for the opening, then move as one. That's how you survive against a stronger force. That's how a smaller kingdom can stand against a larger army. One border, two kingdoms, one battlefield. No surrender. Blood of Burma. sound. Blood of Burma, Ayutthaya, will not bow down. No fear, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one army, one banner, one thunder. Move, move, move. Let the war drums shake the ground. Blood of Burma, NAresuan holds the line. They came with an army, we answered with a kingdom. The war had begun. Two kings, two elephants, one battlefield, no army, just us. The drums went silent, the battlefield watched. Two elephants moving through the dust. I saw his banner, he saw mine. No soldiers between us, no place to hide. This wasn't about the army anymore. This was one warrior facing another. I raised my weapon, he raised his. The elephants charged, the earth shook. No fear in my eyes, no hesitation. This was the moment every warrior dreams of. Not a palace, not a throne, a battlefield where your name gets tested. One king, one blade, one charge, one fate. Elephant duel! Charge, charge, charge! Let the whole battlefield shake tonight! Elephant duel! Fight, fight! King against king under the sky! No army, no shield, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one beast, one warrior, one thunder. One thunder. This elephant came first, heavy, fast, violent. I felt the impact through the armor, I held my ground. The spear came down, the move struck back. The elephant screamed, the soldiers watched. Nobody knew who will fall, that's the thing about a real duel. You don't have numbers, you don't have backup. You have one body, one weapon, one decision. Made in a second. I saw the opening, close the distance. Steel met steel, the whole world seemed to disappear. No kingdom, no politics, no history, just to worry, just trying to survive. Then I struck hard, precise, no wasted movement. The enemy king fell and suddenly the battlefield. Remember my name. One king, one blade, one charge, one fate. Elephant duel! Charge, charge, charge! Let the whole battlefield shake tonight! Elephant duel! Fight, fight, fight! King against king under the sky! No army, no shield, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one beast, one warrior, one thunder. One thunder. But listen, the story gets bigger. Every time it's told, that's what legends do. They grow, they become symbols, they become stories. People repeat for generations. Maybe the duel was exactly as they say. Maybe history remembered it differently, but the meaning remains. A king who refused to hide, a warrior who met the enemy face to face. That's why the image survived, not because one elephant charged, because a ruler was willing to stand in danger with his own hands. That's leadership, that's courage. That's the kind of moment that turns a man into a legend. Two kings, two beasts, one battlefield, one name left standing. Elephant duel! Charge, charge, charge! Let the whole kingdom hear the sound. Elephant duel! Fight, 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 fight! Let the enemy feel the ground. No army, no shield, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one beast, one warrior, one thunder. Elephant duel! Rise, rise, rise! Let the legend never fade. Elephant duel! Lie, lie, lie! Naresuan made his name. Two kings entered, one legend remained. The drums returned, and the kingdom remembered. They came for the kingdom. They came for the land. They came expecting a surrender.
they found none.
No surrender, that's the word, that's the code. When the enemy advances, we hold the road. I've seen captivity, I've seen chains, I've watched the kingdom stand beneath the pressure, but I came back to change the story. Not for myself, for the people who were waiting for someone to stand. The enemy is stronger, the battlefield is brutal, but strength isn't always measured by numbers. Sometimes it's measured by who refuses to move. I look at my soldiers, they look at me, no words. They already know if I stand, they stand. If I charge, they charge. If I fall, they keep fighting. It's the bond between the king and his army.
Hold the line, hold the ground, let the enemy come around.
No surrender, no, 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 no. We will never kneel down. No surrender. Fight, 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 fight. Ayutthaya
Still stands now. No fear, no retreat, no chains, no defeat. One king, one army, one kingdom, one heartbeat. The battlefield doesn't care who you were yesterday, it only asks who you are right now. So I don't speak about the crown, I speak about the soldiers, the farmers, the families, the children waiting behind the walls. That's why I cannot retreat, because retreat isn't just moving backwards. Sometimes it means giving someone else your future. And I won't hand over. I won't hand over
our freedom.
I won't hand over the name of every man who fought beside me. So let the enemy come, let them bring their strongest.
Let them bring their numbers, let them bring everything. We'll meet them with discipline, with courage, with fire. And when the first line starts breaking,
I'll be there to hold it, hold the line, hold the ground. Let the enemy come around.
no surrender. No, 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 no. We will never kneel down. No surrender. Fight, 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 fight. Ayutthaya
Still stands now. No fear, no retreat, no chains, no defeat. One king, one army, one kingdom, one heartbeat. But no surrender doesn't mean no strategy. That's important. A reckless warrior dies for nothing. A disciplined warrior knows when to attack, knows when to wait, knows when to pull back and strike again. I don't need to prove courage every second. I need to win. That's the difference between pride and leadership. Pride says never move, leadership says move when it matters. So if I retreat for one moment, that's not surrender, that's preparation. If I wait, that's not fear, that's timing. And when the opening comes, I hit hard, fast, together, that's how a smaller kingdom can survive a larger enemy. No surrender, no submission, no fear, no confusion. Hold the line,
protect the kingdom, stand together, fight as one. No surrender, no, no, no. Let the whole battlefield hear the sound. No surrender, fight, 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 fight. Ayutthaya
won't go down. No fear, no retreat, no chains, no defeat. One king, one army, one kingdom, one heartbeat.
no surrender. Rise, rise, rise. Let the enemy feel the flame. No surrender. Lie, lie, lie.
Remember Naresuan's name. They wanted surrender, we gave them resistance. They wanted submission, we gave them a kingdom that refused to disappear. A prince became a warrior. A warrior became a king. But a crown was never the goal. The kingdom was. didn't ask for the throne, I earned the right to stand. Years of war, put a weapon in my hand. I knew captivity, I knew the enemy. I learned their strength before I learned their weakness. I came back, not as the boy they took. I came back with the kingdom in my blood. Every soldier knows the difference. A king who hides and a king who leads. I don't sit behind walls, I don't watch from the palace when the drums begin. I'm already moving when the elephants charge. I'm at the front when the arrows fly. I don't disappear, that's why they follow me. Not because I'm royal, because I stand where they stand. Crown on my head, steel in my hand. Kingdom behind me, war in front. Warrior king, rise, rise, rise. Let the whole kingdom hear the name. Warrior king, fight, 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 fight. I was forged inside the flame. No throne, no fear, no fear, no weakness, no surrender. One king, one army, one kingdom, one thunder. Crown is heavy when the kingdom is bleeding. The throne is empty when your people are leaving. Leadership isn't a ceremony, a sacrifice, it's responsibility. Every decision has a cost, every battle has a price. Every soldier who follows me, trust me with his life, that's something I never forget. So I don't waste the courage, I don't throw their lives away. I don't fight for my ego, I fight for another day, for another harvest, for another generation. For children who will never know what captivity felt like, that's the victory I'm fighting for. Not statues, not songs, not gold, the kingdom that can stand without me. Crown on my head, steel in my hand. Kingdom behind me, war in front. Warrior king, rise, rise, rise. Let the whole kingdom hear the name. Warrior king, fight, 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 fight. I was forged inside the flame. No throne, no fear, no fear, no weakness, no surrender. One king, one army, one kingdom, one thunder. They will remember the battles, they will remember the elephant, they will remember the victories. But that's not enough. A warrior king isn't measured by how many enemies he destroys. He's measured by what remains after the war. Can the farms return? Can the people rebuild? Can the children walk without fear? Can the kingdom stand on its own? That's the real victory, because war is easy to start, peace is harder to build. That's where a king is truly tested. So I don't want to be remembered only as a fighter. Remember me as the man who fought so his people could live. Warrior by blood, king by duty, leader by choice, protected by faith. Warrior king, rise, rise, rise. Let the whole world know the name. Warrior king, lie, lie, lie. Let the kingdom carry the flame. No throne, no fear, no fear, no weakness, no surrender. One king, one army, one kingdom, one thunder. Warrior king, move, move, move. Let the war drum shake the ground. Warrior king, lie, lie, lie. Naresuan still stands. A prince became a warrior. A warrior became a king. And the crown became a responsibility. Naresuan. They thought independence was just a word. We turned it into a battlefield. This is more than war, more than a border, more than a king and another ruler. This is the fight for the right to decide who we are, where we stand, how we survive. I remember captivity, I remember the chains, I remember watching our kingdom under pressure. That's why I don't take freedom lightly, because I've seen what it looks like when you don't have it. Now Ayutthaya stands, banner in the sky. Soldiers in formation, no one asking why. They know the reason, they know the price, they know another generation depends on tonight. So when the drums hit, we don't hesitate. We move as one, we defend our faith. One kingdom, one choice, one future, one voice. Battle for independence. Fight, fight, fight. This land will never bow. Battle for independence. Rise, rise, rise. Ayutthaya stands now, no chain, no master, no foreign throne. One land, one people, one kingdom. Our own. The enemy is
coming, the lines are closing. Arrows in the sky, the elephants moving. I see my soldiers, I see their faces. Men who know exactly what's at stake. I don't promise they'll all come home, that's the hardest truth a commander has to know. But I promise the sacrifice will not be wasted. Every position, every movement, every charge, every retreat has a reason we don't fight. Like men looking for death, we fight like men protecting life. That's the difference, that's why we can keep standing. Even when the enemy has more soldiers, more weapons, more resources. They have power, we have purpose and keeping on me standing when everything else starts collapsing. One kingdom, one choice, one future, one voice. Battle for independence, fight, fight, fight. This land will never bow. Battle for independence, rise, rise, rise. Ayutthaya stands now, no chain, no master, no foreign throne. One land, one people, one kingdom, our own. I don't want a war without an ending. I want a kingdom that doesn't need to fight forever. That's the goal, freedom, not endless blood. A future where the next generation doesn't have to carry the same weapons. Where the children don't learn war before they learn life. But that future has to be defended, that's the contradiction. Peace sometimes needs strength, freedom sometimes needs warriors. And if the price of protecting Ayutthaya is standing in the fire, then I'll stand there. Not because I love war, because I love what comes after it. A kingdom that can breathe, a people that can choose a future that belongs
To them, not for conquest, not for glory, not for gold, for freedom, for home, for tomorrow.
Battle for independence, fight, fight, fight. Let the whole world hear the sound. Battle for independence, rise, rise, rise. Ayutthaya won't go down, no chain, no master, no foreign throne. One land, one people, one kingdom, our own. Battle for independence, move, move, move. Let the war drum shake the ground. Battle for independence, live, live, live.
Carry the name. They wanted our kingdom, we defended it. They wanted submission, we chose independence. And the name, Naresuan, became part of the fight. The war made the warrior. The kingdom made the king. Now the crown carries every scar.
I didn't inherit a peaceful land, I inherited pressure, I inherited war. A kingdom that have been fighting for so much more. They see the crown, they don't see the weight. They see the king, they don't see the stakes. Every decision can change 1,000 lives. Every order can send another soldier into the fire. So I don't wear the crown like decoration, I wear it like responsibility. The goal means nothing if the people cannot sleep. The throne means nothing if the kingdom cannot breathe. That's why
I keep the warrior inside the king, because peace without strength can disappear.
Crown of fire, blood, blood of kings. Every victory has its price. Crown of fire, rise, 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 rise. Let the kingdom see the flame. Crown of fire, fight, 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 fight. Naresuan built the name. No fear, no weakness, no surrender.
One crown, one king, one kingdom, one thunder.
I've stood in the middle of armies, I've watched the battlefield explode. I've heard the war drums pounding, I've watched the strongest soldiers break. But a king can't break with them. A king can fear, a king can bleed, a king can question every decision. But when the army looks towards you, you have to stand, that's the burden. Nobody sees. They see confidence, they don't see doubt. They see the command, they don't see the night spent thinking about the cost. Who will survive, who will fall? Was this decision worth the price? That's the crown, that's leadership, that's the fire I carry. Not because I'm stronger than every man, because I have to be strong for every man.
Standing behind One crown, one king, one kingdom, one thunder. History remembers the victories, but kings remember the losses. Every soldier who never came home, every family that waited and never heard the footsteps. That's why I don't celebrate war, I respect what it costs. The greatest victory isn't destroying the enemy, it's creating a future where your people don't need warriors. Every generation, that's what the crown should mean. Protection, stability, a kingdom strong enough to choose peace and strong enough to defend it. So if I have to carry the fire, I will. If I have to stand in the battlefield, I will. If I have to wear the crown until my last breath, I will. Because I wasn't given this responsibility to enjoy power. I was given it to protect what matters. Gold on the head, steel in the hand, fire in the heart, kingdom in the blood. Crown of fire, rise, 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 rise. Let the whole world know the name. Crown of fire, live, 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 live. Let the kingdom carry the flame. Crown of fire, no fear, no weakness, no surrender. One crown, one king, one kingdom, one thunder. Crown of fire! Move, move, move. Let the war drums shake the ground. Crown of fire. Live, 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 live. NAresuan still stands. A crown can be gold. A crown can be power. But for a warrior king, a crown is a responsibility burning on the head. The drums are calling, the banners are rising. One final charge, one final battle for Ayutthaya. I've seen the enemy, I've seen the fire, I've watched the battlefield rise even higher. Years of war make the armor heavier, but the crown made the responsibility heavier. I remember the prisoner, I remember the chains, I remember the day I walked away. Now I stand with the kingdom behind me. Every soldier carrying the same fire. The elephants move, the drums get louder. The enemy lines start getting closer. No more waiting, no more talking. The moment has already arrived. I raise the weapon, look across the field, and every man knows what comes next. One final charge, one final call. If we stand together, we don't fall. The last charge, right, 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 right. Let the battlefield shake tonight. The last charge, fight, 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 fight for the kingdom, for our right. No fear, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one army, one banner, one thunder. I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know how many will return, but I know what we're protecting. The kingdom that finally learned how to stand. The enemy comes, the formation closes, arrows fall, the elephants charge. Steel cuts through the dust and smoke, and still we move forward, not because we're fearless, because fear doesn't decide where we go. I felt fear, I felt doubt, I questioned every order, but a king cannot let fear become the commander. So I breathe, I focus, I watch, I wait, then I strike when the moment comes. That's how you survive war. That's how you protect the kingdom. One final charge, one final call. If we stand together, we don't fall. The last charge, right, 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 right. Let the battlefield shake tonight. The last charge, fight, 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 fight for the kingdom, for our right. No fear, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one army, one banner, one thunder. Yeah, maybe this isn't the last battle. Maybe another war will come tomorrow. Maybe another enemy will cross the border. But every generation has a moment when it has to decide what it will become. Ours was this moment we knew we could surrender. We could disappear into someone else's history, or we could stand. So
stood, that's what matters, not whether. The battlefield remembers every soldier's name, not whether. Every victory gets written down. What matters is that when freedom was tested, we didn't give it away. That's why I charge, not for the crown, not for myself, for the people who
trusted me to stand first. Drums in the distance, dust in the air, steel in my hand, kingdom everywhere. One final breath, one final stand, one final charge for our land. The last charge, right. Let the whole world hear the sound. The last charge, right. Ayutthaya won't go down. No fear, no retreat, no surrender. One king, one army, one banner, one thunder. The last charge, rise. Let the war drum shake the ground. The last charge, life. Naresuan leads the charge. The drums are fading, the battlefield is quiet, but the kingdom still stands. And the name still echoes, Naresuan. They took a prince, they created a warrior. The warrior became a king. And the king changed the kingdom. Remember the prisoner, remember the chains. Remember, boy, they thought they contained. Years passed, the pressure grew. The enemy taught me everything I knew. I came back stronger, I came back prepared. No longer a hostage, no longer afraid. I raised the banner, I called the army and made one promise. Ayutthaya will stand. I didn't inherit an easy kingdom, I inherited a kingdom surrounded by walls. So I became what the moment demanded, commander, warrior king. Every battlefield added another scar, every victory added another responsibility. The crown became heavier the older I became, because now every decision wasn't just about me. Prince became warrior, warrior became king, king became the shield of everything. King Naresuan, rise. Let the whole world know the name. King Naresuan, fight. Let the kingdom carry the flame. No fear, no chain, no foreign throne. One king, one people, one kingdom, our own. I didn't fight to become famous. Fame came after the fight, and I fought because the kingdom needed someone to stand when the enemy came. I didn't disappear when the soldiers needed the leader. I was there when the battlefield turned against us. I stayed, that's what a king does. Not because he's fearless, because his people need him to stand. I've seen armies bigger than mine, I've seen enemies with greater power. I've seen war tormenting in numbers, but I never forgot the faces behind those numbers. Farmers, soldiers, families, children, people who wanted nothing more than to live on their own land. That's why every battle mattered, not because I love the fight, but because the kingdom had to survive. Prince became warrior, warrior became king, king became the shield of everything. King Naresuan, rise. Let the whole world know the name. King Naresuan, fight. Let the kingdom carry the flame. No fear, no chain, no foreign throne. One king, one people, one kingdom, our own. History will argue, stories will change, legends will grow, names will remain. Maybe one day people won't remember every battlefield, every command, every soldier, but they'll remember the choice. The kingdom was given the chance to stand alone, and someone chose to stand first. That's what leadership really means. Not being remembered as the strongest, not being remembered as the richest, being remembered as the man who carried the weight when everyone else needed someone to carry it. That's the legacy I wanted, not the golden statue, not endless praise. chain, no foreign throne. One king, one people, one kingdom, our own. King Naresuan. Let the whole world know the story. King Naresuan died. The warrior became the king, the king, the king. They took the prince. They created the warrior. The warrior became the king, and the king became a legend. Naresuan. A prince was taken. A warrior returned. A king stood tall. And history remembered his name. I was born into a kingdom at war. I learned early what power was for. Not for gold, not for comfort, not for sitting behind a palace door. I knew captivity, I knew the enemy, I knew what it meant to lose your freedom. That's why when I returned, I didn't come back to live quietly. I came back to build something stronger. Ayutthaya wasn't just a kingdom, it was home. It was blood, it was people, it was a future worth protecting. So I raised the banner, I raised the army, I stepped into the fire, and I never looked back. From prisoner to prince, from prince to warrior, from warrior to king. The great king, rise, rise, rise. Let the whole world know the name. The great king, life, life, life. Let the legend carry the flame. No fear, no chain, no foreign throne. One king, one people, one kingdom our own. No fear, no chain, no foreign throne. One king, one people, one kingdom our own. They remember the battles, they remember the elephants, they remember the declarations, they remember the victories. But behind every victory were men, men who marched, men who fought, men who never returned. That's why I never believe the king stands above his people. A king stands for his people. The crown isn't power, the crown is responsibility. The throne isn't comfort, the throne is duty. And every day I carry both. I knew war could win freedom, but only leadership could keep it. So I built not just an army, I built confidence, I built unity, I built a kingdom that knew it could stand alone. That's the legacy that matters, not how many enemies I defeated, but whether my people could stand after the battle ended. From prisoner to prince, from prince to warrior, from warrior to king. The great king, rise, rise, rise. Let the whole world know the name. The great king, life, life, life. Let the legend carry the flame. No fear, no chain, no foreign throne. One king, one people, one kingdom our own. No fear, no chain, no foreign throne. One king, one people, one kingdom our own. Time will change the battlefield, the armor will rust, the elephants will disappear into history. The drums will eventually fall silent, but a kingdom can leave an echo. A name can cross centuries, a story can reach generations that never saw the battlefield. That's the strange thing about a king. His life ends, his choices remain, his victories become history, his failures become lessons, his name becomes a symbol. So don't remember me only as a warrior, remember why I fought, remember what stood behind the sword. Freedom, independence, Ayutthaya, the right to choose our own future. If my name means anything, let it mean stand when others want you to kneel. Protect what matters, carry responsibility, and when the moment comes, do not run. The warrior dies, the crown remains, the kingdom changes, the name remains. Prince, warrior, king, legend, Naresuan, the great king, rise, rise. Let the generations know the name. The great king, life, life. Let the story never fade. No God, no king, no grave, no time can erase what history writes. One king, one life, one legacy. Naresuan lives in the memory of his kingdom. The great king, stand, stand, stand. Let the whole world hear the flame. The great king, light, 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 light. Naresuan, remember the name. The prisoner returned. respected. The legend remained, Naresuan the Great. Remember the name.